Section 210.11 3.2 of the National Electrical Code, NEC, mandates a separate circuit for laundry areas. This requirement is intrinsically linked with Section 210.52(6), which stipulates the necessity of at least one receptacle outlet in laundry areas. The core intent is to ensure a dedicated power supply for the clothes washer, a device known for its significant amperage draw. However, the interpretation and enforcement of these sections can significantly differ among various jurisdictions and electrical inspectors. Some inspectors adhere strictly to the rule, mandating a separate circuit exclusively for the clothes washer outlet. Conversely, others permit all outlets within the laundry area to be connected to a single circuit, contingent upon the circuit's capacity to handle the cumulative load of all connected appliances. The NEC doesn't explicitly define which appliances should be connected to the laundry area receptacle required by 210.52(6). This ambiguity contributes to the varying interpretations. In practical terms, the common approach involves installing a dedicated circuit solely for the clothes washer outlet, acknowledging its higher amperage requirements. Additional outlets within the laundry area, intended for appliances like dryers or ironing boards, can either be connected to a separate circuit or share the clothes washer circuit, subject to local code enforcement policies. It is essential to recognize that the interpretation of NEC sections 210.11 3.2 and 210.52(6) is not uniform. Consulting with the local electrical inspector is paramount to ascertaining the precise requirements applicable in a specific geographical location. This consultation ensures compliance with local regulations and promotes electrical safety. The NEC provides the minimum standards for electrical installations, and local jurisdictions may have amendments or additional requirements. Understanding these local nuances is critical for electrical contractors and homeowners alike. When evaluating a load on a laundry circuit, consider the continuous and non-continuous loads. The clothes washer is typically considered a continuous load, meaning it operates for 3 hours or more at a time. This requires the circuit to be rated for 125% of the washer's full load current. Other appliances, like irons, may be considered non-continuous loads. The total load on the circuit should not exceed 80% of the circuit breaker's rating. In situations where multiple outlets are on the same laundry circuit, a load calculation is essential. This calculation must account for all potential appliances that could be used simultaneously. Overloading a circuit can lead to overheating, trip breakers, and potentially dangerous electrical fires. When installing a new laundry circuit, consider using arc fault circuit interrupters (FSIs). FSIs are designed to detect dangerous electrical arcs, which can be a common cause of electrical fires. The NEC often requires FSIs in laundry areas to enhance safety. The gauge of wire used for the laundry circuit is also crucial. For a 20-amp circuit, which is typical for a laundry circuit, a minimum of 12 American wire gauge (AUG) copper wire is required. Using the correct wire size ensures that the circuit can safely carry the intended load. The type of receptacle used in the laundry area should also be appropriate for the intended use. A standard 15-amp receptacle is suitable for general-purpose use, while a 20-amp receptacle may be required for certain appliances. The receptacle should be installed in a readily accessible location as required by the NEC. Ground fault circuit interrupters (GFCIs) are often required for receptacles in laundry areas, especially those near sinks or other sources of water. GFCIs are designed to protect against electrical shock by detecting imbalances in the circuit. When making connections in the electrical panel, ensure that all connections are tight and properly insulated. Loose connections can cause overheating and arcing. Use a torque screwdriver to tighten connections to the manufacturer's specifications. The NEC also addresses the placement of electrical panels. Electrical panels should be readily accessible and not obstructed by storage or other items. The area around the panel should be well lit to facilitate safe operation and maintenance. Proper labeling of circuits in the electrical panel is essential. Each circuit breaker should be clearly labeled to indicate which outlets and appliances it serves. This helps to quickly identify and energize circuits during maintenance or emergencies. The NEC provides guidelines for the spacing of receptacles in laundry areas. Receptacles should be spaced so that no point along the wall line is more than 6 feet from a receptacle. This ensures that appliances can be easily plugged in without the use of extension cords. When installing electrical wiring, avoid running wires through sharp edges or areas where they could be damaged. Use conduit or other protective measures to protect wiring from physical damage. The NEC specifies minimum clearances for electrical equipment. Maintain adequate clearance around electrical panels and other equipment to allow for safe access and ventilation. When working with electricity, always follow safe work practices. Energize circuits before working on them, and use appropriate personal protective equipment, PPE, such as gloves and safety glasses. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician. Attempting electrical work without proper training and experience can be dangerous. Regularly inspect electrical wiring and equipment for signs of damage or wear. Replace damaged wiring and equipment promptly to prevent electrical hazards. Consider the future needs of the laundry area when designing the electrical system. Plan for additional circuits and receptacles to accommodate future appliances and equipment. The NEC is updated every 3 years. Stay informed about the latest changes to the code to ensure that your electrical installations are compliant and safe. The grounding system is a critical component of the electrical system. Ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded to provide a path for fault current to flow back to the source. This helps to prevent electrical shock and minimize the risk of electrical fires. Use a qualified electrician to inspect and test the grounding system to ensure that it is functioning properly. Surge protection is another important consideration for laundry areas. Surge protectors can help to protect sensitive electronic equipment from damage caused by voltage surges. Consider installing a whole-house surge protector at the electrical panel to protect all of the electrical equipment in the home. The NEC provides guidelines for the installation of smoke detectors. Smoke detectors should be installed in laundry areas to provide early warning of fires. Test smoke detectors regularly to ensure that they are functioning properly. Carbon monoxide detectors are also recommended for laundry areas, especially if the laundry room contains a gas-fired appliance such as a dryer. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can be deadly. Test carbon monoxide detectors regularly to ensure that they are functioning properly. The NEC also addresses the use of extension cords. Avoid using extension cords as a substitute for permanent wiring. If you must use an extension cord, choose one that is properly rated for the intended use and do not overload it. Inspect extension cords regularly for signs of damage or wear, and replace them promptly if they are damaged. When installing lighting in the laundry area, choose energy-efficient fixtures. LED lighting is a good option because it is energy efficient and long-lasting. Proper ventilation is important in laundry areas to prevent moisture buildup. Consider installing an exhaust fan to remove moisture and humidity from the laundry room. The exhaust fan should be vented to the outside of the building. The NEC requires that all electrical work be performed in a neat and workmanlike manner. Wiring should be properly supported and secured, and all connections should be clean and tight. A well-organized electrical system is easier to maintain and troubleshoot. The NEC provides guidelines for the use of flexible cords and cables. Flexible cords and cables should be used only for specific applications, such as connecting appliances to receptacles. They should not be used as a substitute for permanent wiring. The NEC also addresses the use of underground wiring. Underground wiring should be installed in accordance with the NEC requirements to protect it from damage. The depth of burial and the type of conduit used are important considerations. When installing electrical equipment outdoors, choose equipment that is rated for outdoor use. Outdoor equipment is designed to withstand the elements and provide protection against moisture and corrosion. The NEC provides guidelines for the installation of swimming pool electrical equipment. Swimming pool electrical equipment must be installed in accordance with the NEC requirements to prevent electrical shock hazards. The NEC also addresses the installation of solar photovoltaic (PV) systems. Solar PV systems must be installed in accordance with the NEC requirements to ensure safety and prevent damage to the system. The NEC is a complex and comprehensive document. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with the NEC and local codes. Remember, electrical safety is paramount. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical work, hire a qualified electrician to perform the work for you. By following the NEC and local codes, you can ensure that your electrical system is safe and reliable. The proper interpretation and application of these codes are crucial for protecting people and property from electrical hazards. South Dakota follows the National Electrical Code, but always check with local authorities for any amendments or specific requirements in your area.